Hi there. I thought it'd be a good idea to let you know who I am. After all, I'm asking you to help finance my documentary on equal education for all. I mean, Google could not have answered all of your questions about me. And the things I'm going to tell you aren't really something that I promoted. I loved school growing up. I loved the social aspect of it mostly. So when my kids started public school, I wanted to support the teachers in schools as much as I could. Cuts were happening to music and PE, and that was when my 22-year-old went, and I knew as a parent I needed to help fill that gap. I had put my successful careers as an actress, theater producer, and personal trainer on hold when I had my kids, and I was fortunate to be a stay-at-home mom when my oldest attended public school, and I dove into volunteering with a fervor. I met so many great ladies and guys volunteering with the PTA. Those years were definitely the salad years. I put my wellness education to good use by volunteering as wellness chair that year. In a few years that followed, right? I wrote grants for a walking program. I was able to get pedometers for each kiddo. And I also built up our relationship with our corporate sponsor, Vaughn's. And with a passionate group of parents, I was able to raise much needed money for sale shades over the playground equipment. Now, there was so much talent within that group of parents, and we lavished it on that school. I would say over my years as a volunteer, I helped raise a few $100,000 for the school and the school district. And when my now 18-year-old twin boys were born, I was determined to help out their schools as well. One of my twins had some disabilities and was in the special education program within the school district, and I volunteered just as fervently for them. I was the vice chair of a committee, community advisory committee, and I helped organize an amazing parent conference with then special ed department head Sunita Batra. It was a huge success. And based on my commitment to the special education department, a Board of Education member invited me to fly to Sacramento with the team from Burbank Unified School District for Legislative Day. I was able to speak with state representatives about the importance of funding an equal education for all and advocate for our school district. One of my favorite positions I held was that of yard duty person. It was actually a paid part time employee of Burbank Unified School District, and I loved watching the kids and helping them make good choices. And they're so sweet at that age. One day when I was on cleanup duty, after all the kids go in, I had to clean up the kickballs and everything. And I did a sweep of the very large playground to make sure that I'd gotten everything and nothing was left behind. And as I walked past one of the play structures, I heard some whimpering. And I looked underneath, and there was one of the nonverbal students sitting and self soothing by rocking back and forth. Well, we did not have walkie talkies at the time, so I had to wait until an aide came out to get him. It was easily 5 minutes before anyone noticed he was not in class with everyone else. It's a very small class. I had to report it as an incident. Yes, I would say I'm very proud of all of the titles I held as volunteer, and I took my job seriously as a yard duty person. I was not invited back to work as one. I also was not asked to work for Burbank at all, without any explanation. But I knew why. I'm not one to stay silent. And that's why I'm doing this documentary. So, you know a little bit about my passion for public education. Now, let me reassure you on my filmmaking skills. I have been a card carrying member of SAG for 32 years. I started my career in theater and am an award winning actress. I went on to produce theater and found my calling as a producer. I love bringing people together to create, whether it's a play, radio, theater, short film, or feature film. I've done it all and I've won awards doing it. Once again, I have brought together a team within the skills to not only tell the story of one bad year in public education for a DHH student, but to offer insight as to what can correct these decades long problems for deaf students. I look forward to you joining me on this journey. Together, we are going to make a difference.